All right, hey everybody, this is Dave, Independent Outsider, here to talk about a little bit about the Postal Service, but employment in general, because I want to know other people's situation, if at all possible. Anybody who sees this on YouTube, especially, by the way, Amazon workers. If anybody's an Amazon worker, please contact me at my Proton Mail at ndo at protonmail.com because I want to know your situation and your experiences with Amazon. I talk a lot about Amazon, but I haven't really spoken that much with Amazon workers candidly. Um, and I'm just curious to know how on point we are when we complain about how you guys are treated because I really do care. I really do. It's part of the reason why I had become a union rep years ago, 12 years ago, to help coworkers, and I want to know how you guys are being treated as well as uh, people in my mail plant and my brothers and sisters in the delivery industry. By the way, not only the postal service, even though we compete with FedEx sometimes and with UPS sometimes, I consider them fellow delivery people and brothers and sisters in a way because they're doing very similar work, and I have a feeling that they are experiencing a lot of the same issues. So there's a couple things. So I was on the phone with a couple of people, actually twice, and I got this phone call from Connecticut, and it turned out that it was from the United States Postal Service. So, see if I can get, here we go. So here is a transcribed uh, message from the phone call, from the voicemail. This message is from the United States Postal Service, and you're receiving this message because you are a USPS employee. Your role with the Postal Service is considered essential and mission critical. All employees need to report to work regularly scheduled unless otherwise directed by the Postal Service. And it's issued a policy that covers high-risk employees and child care issues. If you have any concern regarding your work schedule, please contact your supervisor. Also, employees have a proud history of stepping up in times of crisis, and we thank you for serving your community and the nation. You're welcome. You know, another way that you can thank me? Don't hound me while I'm in the bathroom and I'm coming back from a busy section. How's that? which happened to me today. So here's another. This is our daily stand-up talk. Apparently, we're going to get one a day at least, and this was dated March 25th, 2020. Help in challenging times. EAP, which is the Employee Assistance Program, is available 24/7. Postal Service takes your health, safety, and well-being seriously. You are our most valuable asset. Again, well, thank you. That's why there are a range of benefits available for you to stay healthy physically and emotionally, including the EAP program, our Employee Assistance Program. We're facing challenging times, and the Postal Service wants you to know that assistance is available 24/7. Ah, how wonderful of them. EAP can help you and your families cope with stresses related to the COVID pandemic, whether they are due to changes at work, health concerns, or financial pressures. And then it just goes on to say, oh, there's one thing I wanted to actually mention, which I thought was interesting. EAP is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It is a voluntary, confidential. It is voluntary, confidential, and free. Services include number one, face-to-face counseling where available. Oh, really? It's not going to be available in New York, especially not in Long Island right now. Telephone counseling and video, text, and online therapy. I wouldn't, if I needed it, I wouldn't mind setting up a Zoom. I don't have a problem with that. EAP4U.com has more information, etc. So apparently they care about us. My issue with that is that, yeah, they care about us during a high profile situation. Sometimes people have passed away in our building, and I've asked for EAP people to come. Like, there was one point in time where a large number of people passed away in a very short period of time, unrelated, and they didn't care. They didn't come. I'm just saying, and it wasn't like an island wide kind of thing. So sounds to me like this is a PR thing. It also sounds to me as though the service knows that the volume is going to increase dramatically. So they are putting their ducks in a row as well as they can, knowing full well that they're going to have a dramatic increase in mail, especially if it's more and more difficult to get groceries through the grocery store and things of that nature. People are going to order more things online, more stuff like boxed and that kind of stuff. They're going to be ordering bread and things of that nature. So there was a story from the Financial Times stating that there was I believe it was a congressman. I don't think it was a senator. And honestly, I don't have the story in front of me. But I just wanted to mention it. My understanding is that that story, last name of the person who wrote it was Rapier, kind of like the rapier, the freaking little skinny sword. And it was very recently from the Financial Times. I'm aware of it, and it's my understanding that came out because this particular congressman wants a stimulus bill for the post office, and he wants to be credited with it or something of that nature. And the claim is that the Postal Service is going to dramatically lose revenue and potentially close within the next few months. I do not see that. I just simply do not see that, especially given the current situation. Now, there is another business that is going to be doing a lot of business in the next few weeks or months. If you have heard, I'll be doing a lot more on this this Sunday with Deb Della Piana's group, and the group is called Become Ungovernable. I do a show, I do a little clip on her program, 15, 20 minutes, pretty much every week for the past couple of months at the very least. And I will be talking a little bit more about this. If you can find a way, and there is a way, you do not need to buy from Jeff Bezos. He took it upon himself. He very rarely dabbles in the stock market. He sold $4 billion worth of stock in February before the coronavirus situation was made public. No one knew exactly what he was doing and why. If you have read, there's also a story out there about some men and women who also dumped millions of dollars worth of stock, and they did it about the same time. So I don't know. I don't know if they knew the same people as Bezos or whatever. But what I'm saying is he knew something was going to happen, and he used that information to dump that stock. He is a man that has $100 billion in net worth, more than that, and he has asked for donations in order for him to pay his employees sick pay. Are you kidding me? He has done this. So he is no, come on. He has countless, countless uh, violations against him in numerous plants. Several deaths that are attributed to people working actually in his plants, and his company Amazon is one of, they call the Dirty Dozen, and they are one of the biggest violators of workplace regulation that you could think of. So, are we essential employees in the delivery? And I include Amazon in that too. Are we essential employees? Yeah, we are, because people are going to need things delivered to them right now, especially in states that are really going to be locked down, or people can't go and get things. I tried to get something at a Walgreens yesterday, and it was open, but they wouldn't allow more than 10 people in, and they are cutting the hours. A lot of the Walgreens were open 24 hours. Now they're not going to do that. So as access to those kind of stores decreases, you're going to need people who deliver. And by the way, uh, we know that United States Postal Service, we know that we are essential employees, and we're asking you again, treat us as such. Just let us know what's going on. And if you're going to tell us to use a particular mask or tell us to use gloves, provide us with those pieces of equipment. Personally, I can't wear a mask because it aggravates my asthma, really. So, but, and by the way, I did mention yesterday that there was an employee in another mail plant that apparently contracted the virus. I heard that this person worked in the yard, which I thought was like landscaping and stuff. I didn't even think about it. Truck yard. This man worked on the trucks. You're going to tell me that he supposedly spoke with one person. You're going to tell me that this person had no contact with anybody else. Come on. Now, uh, a little update on my building. Apparently, two people had self quarantined because they had people in their family who were not feeling well. They don't know even if those people in that family had contracted COVID, but they took the precaution. I will continue to update people as things go on. I don't know if they're going to get paid administrative leave again, or if they're going to have to use their own leave or whatever. So I believe that it is reasonable that they are that they are taking themselves out of the workforce at the moment, just in case. My understanding was originally that they were going to use um, admin for them, but now I'm told they may have to use their own time, and I'll find that out. Anybody who works for the United States Postal Service or UPS or FedEx or Amazon, please contact me. Post on the boards. Post on the YouTube board. Also, anyone who works in hospital and would like to talk about it, about their current experiences, I would like to know. Yes, we're essential, but it would be wonderful if our bosses treated us as such and didn't, yell at someone if they're not keeping up with the pace when the volume has increased that much more because of the situation, or yell at them because they have to go to the bathroom, or yell at them because they're quote unquote not working fast enough, which all, come on. do I do I really have to say that? No, those are no-nos. I expect that from Amazon. I really do. I do, but not from you guys. Come on. Again, if you think we are essential employees, act like it. We're not going to. I personally am not going to take advantage and walk around a building or any of that kind of silliness. Trying to do the job, it's going to get tougher. It's going to get tougher for a lot of people, especially in the delivery industry, because more and more people, there's going to be a demand for it. So all I suggest, and all I can do is suggest, is that everybody stay safe, stay healthy, stay rested, and just do what you can and go at your pace, and don't do too much, because you're going to wear yourself out and make yourself sick one way or another. So that's all I have. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for listening. This is Dave, Independent Outsider. Check us out. Check me out on Become Ungovernable on Deb Delapiana's page. I'm on there every Sunday, and we're going to be talking more and more about, hopefully not too much longer about Corona, but it is very important to talk about Corona and about how not everything is how it seems, and don't rely too much on big corporations and government to help you out, especially when it comes to this. I understand, and again, another thing I'm probably going to be talking about is the stimulus bill. Understand, I believe it's a 2 trillion, and 150 billion of that is going to go to big business, and several billion of that is going to go to one airline. So just understand that, and understand I don't know when we're going to get it either, and if we're, who's going to get it and how much. Hearing that there's a 75,000 a year salary cap on people to get pretty much the maximum amount. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm going to have to take a look at the entire bill. It just passed the Senate. That's another thing I'm going to be taking a look at very, very soon. And I suggest everybody take a look at these bills and see where the little little caveats and where the little trick clauses and that kind of thing are in those things. And you're probably not going to get as much as you may think originally. But I'm going to have to take a look at it, and I will be covering it one way or another very, very soon. Thanks, everybody. I will talk to you very soon. Independent Outsider out.